Hey Taurus. So if you're new here, hi, my name is B. If you're accustomed and you just be around town like that, welcome back. Um, I had some extra free time, so I wanted to actually try to get something done in my free time. I don't want these to be super super long, just a typical 1 2 1 2 check in. I'll pull one card from this deck and then I'll pull like five from these. And yeah, So if you're new here, make sure you subscribe, join the family. Check down below in the description box if there is anything you might need. And yeah, let's go ahead. So let me get one oracle card for Taurus. Give me a check in for what do they need to know. Taurus placements. Focus is here, and fulfillment. Deceit is down at the bottom of the deck. So Taurus, a lot of you guys need to definitely be focusing on what makes you happy. Okay, deceit being at the bottom of the deck. So some people could be deceiving you, or you could be deceiving yourself. Okay, deceit goes both ways a lot of the time. It's not just that other people take advantage of you or deceive you, but again, a lot of the times we set ourselves up with deceiving ourselves, right? How many times you gonna have to see a snake before you realize it's a snake? You know what I mean? um just like sometimes people pull the wool over our eyes, right? Regardless of what side of the spectrum you fall on, Taurus, this is definitely a time to make sure that you are focusing on what your fulfillment is. Okay. A lot of the times this focus card also says that our expectations aren't things aren't always going to go the way we expect them to, right? Shit happens, the wind blows, you know what I'm saying? You see she has a bow and arrow on her hand. It's like the wind can blow, somebody could come jump scare you and fuck you up, you know what I mean? But as long as you get back centered and you get back locked in on your focus is what really matters. Okay. Understanding that your life has fulfillment in so many other ways. Just because you don't have one thing doesn't mean that it's not fulfilled. Learn how to find fulfillment in more than one ways. For some of you, this could be how you self-deceive, right? Where it's like you could be focused on money, right? But then you don't really have the money you need, but then you have the family that you are needing or wanting, or you know what I mean? And it's like focus on that. You might not have romantic love, but you have friends that love you and a family that loves you, right? Yes, you focused on romantic love, but learn how to still find fulfillment in other areas, right? You might not have the husband right now, but you have families, sisters, siblings, you know what I mean? Don't self-deceive yourself like you don't have romance. You might not have money to go goddamn buy a small foreign country or some shit like that, but you got enough money to actually pay for your bills. You got enough money to put some food on your stomach. You don't gotta go hungry. You don't gotta be out here dealing with people you don't want to deal with. Don't self-deceive, okay? But this also is giving me, don't let people around you that knock you off your focus because they want to deceive you because they need some type of fulfillment or because they want your fulfillment. Okay, Taurus, y'all are very hard workers. Okay, don't let nobody knock you off your focus on what you're building. If you know that you're saving and investing, you don't have time to be giving no money to nobody else. You don't have time to be out here trying to focus on everybody else's life when you know that you're trying to get your own life together. Especially if you know that these are people who are deceiving you. And for some of you who don't know, these people are deceiving you just because they want to knock you off of your focus from fulfilling what you want to fulfill. Though I said, Taurus, y'all are very much hard workers. Earth signs are hard workers, period. But y'all have a specific lifestyle that y'all like to live. Y'all like to eat good, smell good, dress good. Y'all like to feel comfortable, be financially comfortable, feel financially comfortable. And there are some people who are going to want to take that fulfillment from you or knock you off of that focus. Yep, things happen. You know what I'm saying? Shit fuck up, unexpected shit happen. You know what I'm saying? But how well can you get back centered and get back focused in this focus? Or are you just gonna let it knock you off focus? You know what I mean? You trying to shoot with the bow and arrow, just as soon as the wind come fuck you up, you just like, fuck it, I don't even want to do this shit no more. I'm just not even gonna shoot for it at all. Figure out what you're gonna do. What makes you happy? For some of you, you might need to actually figure that out too. What makes you happy? Don't let nobody come around you trying to tell you what you need to be doing. What makes you feel fulfilled, and focus on that. Let me see. Give me some oracle cards. Yes, indecision. Daughter romance is here. Root chakra. Archangel Michael is here. I just saw 444 on the time stamp. So for some of you, you still have a lot of hostilities. If this might not even just be romantic love, Even though it says daughter romance, for some, I'm not even exactly getting romantic, but I am for some people. I guess it depends on who finds this, when you find it, and what time you watch it. For some of you, this is like daughter romance is here, but it's more so like family, I feel like. And it's like there's still a lot of hostilities, there's still a lot of anxiety and worry here, but someone's indecisive. For some of you, I am seeing you're indecisive because you still got hostility with some people, but you also, I feel like you cover that hostility up because you're fearful and you are scared to really love somebody. This could be maybe romantic, right? Whereas like you really scared to kind of give your heart to somebody, so you mask it as hostility, like nah, I just don't even fuck with them. But it's given like you scared to really give it a second try. This could be for somebody if you've already dealt with them before. And it's like, child, you're not really mad at Fred. I don't know, child. I don't roll with me. You're not even mad at Fred. It really what it is. Like you acting like you still mad about what had went down, but it's like, no, you really just scared to give your heart to that motherfucker. So you blaming it on I'm still mad about what you did. And it's like, no, but you using that as a crutch to keep from saying I'm scared that you'll do it again, or I'm scared to be hurt again. It's not so much as you mad. It's giving me, this is giving me, and I just had to learn this. Somebody just dropped this as a gem in my spaces the other night. If you don't know and you're new watching this, I do free card pulls on spaces on Twitter on Wednesday. Again, drop down in the description box if you want the link. But somebody was like kind of talking to me and it was like, well, anger is a secondhand emotion. And I was like, I'm following you, keep talking, right? And they like, what I'm saying? It's a second hand emotion. When you are angry, it's because you really are covering that up for how you really feel. You either irritated, frustrated, and somebody kept pestering you. You got your feelings hurt. You know what I mean? So now you're mad because it's like, why would you know what I'm saying? When you really not mad, but your feelings is hurt. And it's translating into that anger, right? It's translating into that aggression because you're kind of stuck at a crossroads. It's a secondary emotion, right? But if we can learn how to stay at the first emotion, we won't even get to anger. If I stop at you hurt my feelings, it keeps me from getting to that anger point from you hurt my feelings and now it's fuck you because why the you know what I'm saying? And now I'm building on the anger, right? I was like, so it's kind of giving me that type of vibe. So for those of you where that applies, it's definitely giving strategize on how we're working through this resentment. I actually just heard resentment. We're figuring out how we're working through this resentment and working through these fears so we actually can get through love. You see how the heart is caged? It's in a cage right here with a lock and key on it. If it already got a lock on it and nobody got the key, you also got to put it in a cage. It's giving fear, right? I do feel like success will be here though. For those of you where this isn't romance, I do feel like this could also just be family where there is deceit involved. I feel like you also could be at a crossroads because you don't trust somebody. And I feel like again that anxiety that's kicking, I intuitively feel like that's because somebody's trying to strategize, right? That's why I said somebody around y'all Taurus also just wants y'all sense of fulfillment. They see you getting fulfilled. They see you making a strategy for your own life. So it's like they trying to use the steep because they're really hostile about the fulfillment that you're coming into. But again, a lot of what the tea is really is that even though y'all can be pretty lazy, and I'm not gonna count like y'all can't be lazy. Y'all know how to be hard workers when y'all want some shit because y'all are going to make sure that you get your fulfillment. If there's something you want, a pair of shoes, you want a assertive lifestyle you want to live, you're going to make sure you're working hard and doing what needs to be done to make sure you have that. A lot of people don't have that drive. Yeah, y'all know how to lay around and reserve energy and conserve energy and get your rest, but you also know how to get up and actually go make that point. Because when you get ready to spend some shit, you want your money so you can be able to spend some shit. There's a lot of eights here. There was a lot of eights in Sagittarius too. And I see 333. So 888 and 333 might be numbers that you see often, right? 888 being fulfillment, abundance. 333 for me is about making sure that you are mentally, emotionally, spiritually in aligned, right? So if you, again, for those of you, if you know that you working on a certain fulfillment, don't you let nobody come in here and knock off your damn focus. right? And if you know you've been focusing on certain type of fulfillment, remind yourself that you also have fulfillment in other ways. That don't mean that this fulfillment ain't coming. If you don't see romance right now, right, and you like, damn, I'm trying to focus on what I need to do about romance, don't get flustered in that. But remember, even though you might not have romance right now, you still have friends and homegirls and homeboys that still show you love whenever you need them, whenever you need moral support, a hug, they still there for you. You still have family and children or a parent, you know what I'm saying, people around you that love you. You might can't go on a goddamn Bahama cruise, but you got food in the fridge. You don't gotta go to bed with no hunger pains. That's still fulfillment. Right? So things are still fulfilling. So don't self deceive as well. Okay. Thank you again for checking this out. Give me a thumbs up if this resonated. Leave me some comments. Subscribe so you can join the family because we are family. And yeah, thank you for tuning in with me. And until next time, bye, Taurus.